Hi, my name is Fewell. I am a blogger at Network World. I'm also a product marketing manager for Dell. I'm here at Open Networking Summit with Rajiv Nagar from Microsoft. And before we get started talking about Microsoft's SDN solutions, I just want to mention that I'm here in an unofficial capacity today. So anything that I say does not necessarily reflect the opinion of Dell. But I'm very excited to get Microsoft here today. I've been attending Open Networking Summit since the first one, and the very first Open Networking Summit, it was a lot of very experimental stuff, or maybe stuff that was very private. And by the time the second Open Networking Summit came about, Microsoft delivered this just amazing presentation on things that they were with SDN that they were already doing inside of Azure. And this morning, another great keynote that really detailed some, I think, some of the best examples of SDN that I've seen, bar none, from Microsoft. So definitely you can go onto the Open Networking Summit YouTube channel or the Open Networking Summit website to capture, to view those presentations. But to hear directly from Rajiv himself, Rajiv, would you tell us about what Microsoft is doing with software-defined networking?
Happy to. So as you know, Microsoft runs some of the largest services on the planet. We deliver services at very large scale to consumers as well as to enterprises. Examples include Outlook.com, Xbox Live, Bing Search, and Office 365. In addition to serving hundreds of millions of customers every day through these services, we also operate some of the largest data centers on the planet through Windows Azure. We are a cloud-first company. To give you a sense of scale that we operate at within Azure, we have tens of thousands of nodes, and I'm probably underestimating that. We have over 250,000 customers. We have about 1,000 tenants being onboarded every day, and we affect over tens of thousands of network changes on a daily basis. There's no way we could do this in a manual manner the way we are used to doing things in the past. So within Microsoft, we actually live, eat, breathe the software-defined data center, which encompasses compute, software-defined storage, and software-defined networking. What we do is we develop these technologies that constitute SDN, which include, for example, a best-in-class implementation of overlay networking, which include a distributed virtual switch, which include controller, disaggregated control plane. We take these technologies and we deploy them at incredible scale in Azure. We learn from our deployments, we consume this, and then we bring those same technologies on-premise for customers to be able to deploy their own data centers. So we deliver on the promise of a hybrid cloud where customers deploy private cloud solutions, their own data centers. Third-party cloud service providers deploy multi-tenant solutions, their data centers serving their customers. And then there's the gargantuan Azure public cloud, which offers both IaaS and PaaS services. And then we deliver on the promise of our customers being able to deploy their applications, their workloads flexibly in an agile manner and have complete mobility across all three clouds based on their business needs. Hopefully that gives you a sense of the fact that we have a fairly comprehensive offering in terms of our SDN that we live. In terms of on-premise solutions, we have a complete stack that constitutes Windows Server and System Center, and that stack is then delivered to customers deploying private clouds.
Very good. Now, there are two things I wanted to ask you about. Specifically, today we saw a great demo of the new ExpressRoute capabilities, and I found that to be very interesting. You're able to spin up a live virtual machine, and specifically the latency about how you've kind of distributed out to service provider and content partners to enable, really looks like anywhere within a global footprint to have a really high performance, low latency connection from a virtual machine in Azure. So that's one question. I know since we're a little short on time, I'm going to give you another question as well. I'm also curious, the load balancing solution is something that really piqued my interest. If you could maybe comment on that a little bit. I know the more technical details you've already shown in the the links that will and the presentations, but if you could comment on those.
Absolutely. So we, ExpressRoute, as you said, basically allows this kind of seamless connectivity across locations. In addition to that, we also have site-to-site gateway, VPN gateway capabilities that allow you to take your networks and stretch them to the cloud and be able to move applications seamlessly back and forth as needed. As Albert described in his keynote today, within Azure, we deploy load balancing, software load balancing at scale. Azure needs to in order to enable load balancing across multiple data centers. And if you need information on any of this, I would encourage you to go look at Albert's keynote, or else look at some of the collateral we put out there in terms of how customers can indeed get this hybrid cloud experience today with Windows Server System Center and with Windows Azure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me, Rajiv. And I really, somebody who's gone out to Windows Azure and just spent some time on it, I think one of the big things that's becoming important, the big theme of the show, everything's getting so complex. I like to say engineers are only as good as their tools, and we need more powerful tools. We need better software to keep up with the pace of change. And so I really recommend everybody go out to Windows Azure, sign up, just give it a try. The user experience is just phenomenal. Beyond that, definitely check out ONS YouTube channel and check the Open Networking Summit website. Excuse me. The presentations that Microsoft delivered are all be there. And thank you again for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me over here. Thank you very much.